Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh, let's do it, I'm on tap. And she gon' throw this whack. Shake it, work it, twerk it, come and do it for a man. You just got your head in, I ain't tryna take the piss. But you gon' need some shtick, goddess like Alexa Bliss. Baby, I'ma need that kiss. And she gon' take this, and she gon' take this pic. Baby, I'm all on your hips. Like Bennett.
And yeah, that'll be on the way. Random side topic thing that I've did you see all that stuff with the you see that stuff with the car, the girl that got run over?
What, that terrorist? Sorry.
No. I'll leave it. That's fun. I'm not even laughing with you.
Sorry, no, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm laughing because of things that off camera. I was literally talking about with my girlfriend, and like before she even explained it, she said
about the same thing here. What are we talking about?
Yeah, the car that ran over the girl, innit?
Oh yeah.
Before she even explained what happened, she was like, "Oh," I was like, "What are these people, British or American?" I think she said some of them are American, right, or some shit like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, "Raw, these terrorists, they just came in here and they're just running over people." And then after, she's like, "Oh, I seen a news post about the police is not ruling it as terrorism just yet." So that's what I was laughing about, because I was literally just
actual terrorism. What the hell is going on here, fam? What's wrong with you, lot? It's not terrorism. It's ignorant people, fam.
I mean, it depends, innit? People have different definitions of
what
it.
Do you mean? Terrorism is literally...
My textbook definition of it is like someone that terrorizes society. So basically, it's something that's public, where there's like big casualties, or like innocent people being hurt. To me, that's an act of terrorism. Then some people have another definition, which is more to do with theology, or like Islamic, or doing it in the name of something. So
that's where that is specifically terrorism. Like, it has to be in the name of something, otherwise it isn't necessarily.
I mean, that's what I hear.
Instilling terror.
That's how people take it. But to me, I don't see the difference. To me, basically, because the result is the same, I don't make the difference. So basically, if someone does it in the name of something, and then randomly M's 10 people, yeah, and then someone does it in the name of nothing, they're just crazy. To me, it's the same, because it's the same outcome.
Kind of, yeah. I think obviously when you use the specific terms, I just feel like the term itself, obviously colloquially, I get what you're saying.
I see domestic terrorism and international.
Yeah, there's just different
categories in it.
But the reason I wouldn't class that is because, like, specifically, not even just so much that, like, it's not about instilling like, that wasn't anything to do with terror. That was just people being stupid, bro. Like, people being very fucking stupid.
Yeah, and in particular, that's not a crime, though. Being stupid isn't a crime.
But what's your point? What do you mean?
Meaning they need to be punished. So they need to be like, it needs to be categorized as something that was done wrong.
Like, murder or manslaughter.
If she committed stupidness, like, she wouldn't, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's like murder or manslaughter. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like, it's just murder or manslaughter. Like I kind of get what you're saying, but it's like terrorism, as I said. Like, that's for something. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if it is a mad person doing something, it's in some sort of level. That wasn't to instill terror in people. She made a wild... Have you seen the video and stuff?
Wait, what do you mean that's not to instill terror, to drive a car on the pavement? What is it for?
Bro, have you seen the video?
Yeah.
They were two women arguing about twin S outside the club. That's not terrorism, broski. That's not terrorism.
Well, you're taking it too literally, I guess. I was making a passing comment. Literally.
That's why I said colloquially. I get what you're saying.
I guess some people are questioning if the police is making a statement about it. They're like, "Oh, we're not ruling as just yet." They didn't say it's not it. They didn't say it might be it. They said we're not really saying that right now.
Bro,
so it's
people out of fight. Respectfully.
Fair enough.
Like, I get what you're saying. Obviously, you wasn't using it as in like the actual specific definition.
Driving a car on the pavement in a public space, I don't see what are you trying to achieve. Like, literally, that's creating terror for nothing.
But that's why I'm asking you if you've seen the video, because I feel like you're missing the entire context. She didn't just decide to just get on the pavement and just drive the car. There was a whole situation.
What do you mean? Have I seen? They had my girl showed me the whole thing. They had the fight. She tried to jump in the car. Someone smashed the door on her. Then they had another separate fight. Then she got in the car. and then the thing, literally walked in front of the car, and then she drove into it, hitting another man, and then that thing on the floor, and then she reversed back on her. I saw the whole thing.
That's not terrorism, then.
I mean, you can disagree with what I'm saying, but I'm telling you what I think, innit? Like,
no, but it's not terrorism. Like, I get what you're saying, but that's
wrong, innit?
objectively not terrorism. Because, like I said, that means you could pull out a million different crime scenarios and be like, well, that one was terrorism, that one was terrorism. It's a situation that's gone wild, and I get how the driving of a car can potentially fall into a category to a point. But again, obviously, context matters. But like I said, if we're talking about first-degree murder, second-degree murder, or manslaughter, they're all the same thing. But context applies to that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I guess the reason I'm being like that is when we're using legal terms.
I'm giving you my opinion as a layman, innit? I don't really know. I'm just telling you what I thought, innit? I still think it's an act of terror to me, but fairs.
Fairs.
Bro, you don't drive a car on the pavement and expect, like...
Yeah, but you can't just use legal terms and then be like, well, I feel like...
But I'm not lawyer, I get... I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not saying this is what she should be tried for. I'm just telling you what I think of the situation.
Yeah. No, I get that. That's why I said I understand using...
People might disagree, but that's what I think, isn't it? Like...
Fairs. Well, whatever it was, that whole situation, obviously that kind of happened. Obviously, there's the whole video. I'm gonna play some of it just because I'm just gonna play some of it. I'm not gonna play the end of it though, because
I was like, sick. And we played this. Holy.
I don't want to. I'm not playing the end of it because even just regardless as to whether there's like guidelines and stuff, it's just out of respect. Like the person's passed away. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of horrible, but. Just for context, I will play some of the stupidness that was going on here. This doesn't really explain anything either. It's just people just carrying on with themselves. I think oh, there we go. I was gonna say I think this is what happened, but as I said, it says like. And then again, you gotta take stuff with a pinch of salt when it comes on Twitter these days, bro. People just be putting information out there. That's just not like what it's about. But obviously, people got into a fight after the club, and it's really annoying as well. I tried to keep pausing it, but it's really annoying just because there was an angle that was like that wasn't so graphic that I was gonna try and find, but it's like all the videos now seem to have just been replaced with this like really graphic one, and it's just like like everyone's just on this like. I don't want to say farming, but like...
I mean, it is driving engagement for the people that are posting.
It's kind of...
What? Where's the madam?
That's the only question. Where exactly was this?
I don't know about that.
Where are we going? I figured I recognize this. And then yeah, for the sake of that, I mean, that's that's not.
Yeah, that's the part where it happens, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, sad situation all around. I guess I was more like. I think I'm more frustrated with some of the arguments or discussions that people have had about it. Because it's just...
I don't think I've seen much. What's happening?
I think I had a couple examples. This person, I don't know who this person is, but they seem to... put it this way.
Lin May.
I feel like a lot of people...
Socials.
Yeah, I've seen it before a couple of times, I think. I feel like everyone just wants to have a hot take on something these days. I don't know what it is about like things that happen and ideas. I'm not saying everyone's supposed to follow one conformative thing, but I just feel like social media and people's own brains have made everyone feel like their perspective is always something new in the way that's just like... Because it's just like, it was this one and then another one. Obviously, there's been a wider discussion about that, but like... Before I go into this one, because this one's kind of long, not long, but just like whatever. It's like, for example, this isn't the first time I've seen somebody say this.
Defending the girl. I just need to. I was reading.
Kind of, not really, but like. So, for example, this one says whoever this Reille, I assume, girl is, will definitely do less time than gets. Let's see how fair the justice system is.
What?
Why? I don't understand. Like,
it's not even the same situation.
Bro, I've seen
What are
a
we talking
couple to a few comparisons to the Get situation, and it's just so strange to me. Like, I really don't understand. Did I have the other one? I didn't even bookmark the other one. But it's just so strange to me in a way that, like, that's what I mean when I say everyone just wants to have a hot take sometimes. Because it's just like, I don't understand what, one, this even has to do with the Get situation. Two, why that has to be compared. And it's like, when it's like, let's see how fair the justice system is. It's like, are you defending Gets? Like, I don't
even understand that statement.
I feel like this is a state. Now, I don't want to come across a certain way. Or not, I don't care how it come across, sorry. But I don't want to sound like if I'm saying this what it is, but like this seems like it's about women because I'm really confused as to understand like the whole women getting less time in the judicial system than other people. Do you know what I'm saying?
Pathetic.
But it's just like, what? I don't. Like, how do you take a tragic situation or a shitty situation?
I mean, everyone's
like
got an opinion in it. My man's gonna watch this and he's gonna be like, "Right, you thought she's a terrorist? You're an idiot." And I'm like, "Shit." You know what I'm saying?
But that's different though. That's different because it's like you saying she's a terrorist, regardless as to whether we're getting into the back and forth as to what the legal term is. You could argue that is still like, it is like, as I said, as a colloquial kind of term. The same way man will say feds or whatever. We all know what that means.
What colloquial is very true because I wouldn't push for that to be, take my word for it.
Right, but I'd be a bit of an idiot for me to sit here and act like I had no idea about what you meant by that or whatever.
And
the case
also, I'm not
is,
out there
like,
tweeting it as well. I guess
but
I'm
this is
talking on it now, but I'm not tweeting like I think this.
But you're not
like,
comparing it to
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like but you're not comparing it to the situation and just being weird about it. Like I said, like whether we think that's terrorism, that's just us having a flipping like English discussion. Borderline. That's not anything to really do per se with the situation.
It didn't even come up. It didn't even come up in my mind to get stuff. That's what I'm just like.
But this is why I'm confused. Like it just bugs me the way I don't want to say the UK because sometimes it's easy for me to just fall into that category of just like the UK and certain things like that. But it's just like what? Like is this got to be? Women. I'm confused as to why, because there was another one where I seen it where it was like, about. Yeah, man, this situation was wild, like much worse than a Get situation, and like somebody quoted it rightfully so. It was just like, what has this got to do? Like, why? Like they were both horrible. Why are we comparing Gets? Like, are we defending Gets? I'm confused as to what the fucking angle is here.
Yeah,
in regards to the whole Get situation. Like, why are we defending Gets? Why are we? Like, it just makes no sense to me. I'm not saying that that's specifically. I mean, that's like. Definitely people defending him, but it just confuses me as to why this is even a discussion in the first place. And I do hate the UK takes sometimes on certain things where it's just like, what are you talking about? Like, let's see how fair the justice system is. Like, what?
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, what would make you run? I don't know. Maybe because I don't use Twitter as much. What would make you run and just give your take? Like, we don't even know the context. We don't even know what happened. Like, how do you have a take like?
They're both just horrible. One was drunk driving and the other one, like, it's just a mess. Like, I don't understand it. They're both shitty situations. Why do we gotta play the what's more evil Olympics? Like, they're both bad, and that's why I say it comes to me like it seems like it's a women thing, because it's like, brother, I don't understand why that's why is the only reason I can see why you would make that take is if you're saying, look, women get less time for these type of things than men do, and if that is the case, then it's just like, why is that your focus? Like, I'm so confused as to why that's your focus on what the situation is. Do you know what I'm saying? So that one bugged me, but yeah, this I don't know what. So, not condoning anything, and I don't know what type of lifestyle anyone was living up to that, but if I got rushed, dragged to the floor, repeatedly punched, kicked, hair dragged, despite me trying to leave, then I finally get in my car and someone from...
It should have stopped there. Sorry to cut. It should have stopped. No. I was living to lead up to that end.
Sorry, like, that's it. That's it. Like, that's it. I'm so confused. If someone and again, it's like this weird, like, despite me trying to leave, like, what? This situation, borderline got broke up a couple times, bro. She wanted to scrap, clearly. Like, I'm confused. Maybe I'm missing something, so I'll watch the first half of it again in a second. But just like, maybe I'm missing something here. But it's like, it seemed like they were both engaging in the fighting. The other one had more friends and stuff, but there wasn't a situation where someone's trying to, like, someone was holding her back from getting in the, like, do you know what I'm saying, or
Someone's
whatever the
getting
case might be.
bullied or something. They were both fighting. Like,
Right, and then even say it's like, oh, you just, you know, trying to finally get to my car. It's like, bro, the person, as soon as you got in the car, the brother said, yo, she's trying to run her over. They knew exactly what time it was, bro. They don't want no, I'm trying to get out of there. I'm trying to escape. Cool, whatever. So, I finally get in my car. Someone from that group beat me up, tried to stop me. I may drive. Fight or flight response is human nature, is real, and she attempted fighting and it did not work. So was she trying to get away or not?
we don't know.
So why the fuck? Yes, I deserve to go to prison if it were me, but I can't say someone is evil and calculated based on what I've seen in that video.
You don't know them.
Oh, bro, do you know what happened? She licked her down, got out the car. I'm only not playing it just because of whatever reasons, but she's gotten out the car and she's cussing her and borderline. She looked like she's tried to slap her or something, fam, when she's on the floor.
He's making a good point.
That is...
Forgot about that.
That is insane. I'm so confused. She's got out the way.
Sorry, carry on.
No, sorry. I'm just bugged out. I can't say someone is evil and calculate based on what I've seen in that video. No one knows what they do in many sudden situations. That's true, but okay, cool. Absolutely not justifying it, but you get kicked and punched and let me know what you do when you finally get in your car. You're blocked by the same people who rushed you and they continue to fight you if they can get access to you. Sad on all sides, especially as somebody who lost their life. My opinion is purely based regarding what the footage shows. Like, is this your brethren? I'm confused. What is this take? What are these takes? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know what's going on. What's the point that you're trying to get across? That she's not evil? How the fuck do you know that? That she couldn't have planned her reaction, or she couldn't have planned how she would have reacted. Okay.
Bro, someone not planning their reaction. You know how much people haven't planned their fucking reactions all day that we look at and go, why the fuck would you do that? So if a man decides to punch his girl in her face and he didn't plan his reaction, that means that's okay, because in situations we all get overstressed and overstimulated. I'm confused. I'm really confused as to how that works or how that makes any sense. And this is why I'm saying, just the hot takes in particular. It's not so much that people can't have their opinions and express their opinions and say what they want, but I don't understand why. And that's why it comes off as a hot take to me. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like these are relevant things where it's like, yo, let's break this down and this really looks confusing. I'm not here to say that I know exactly what happened and this is whatever, but going off of what I've seen in the video, there is enough there to see what the F has happened in regards to how that was handled, and whether it was a rash decision, whether it was something that had happened in, do you know what I'm saying, premeditated or whatever. It was a terrible decision to make. And like I said, if my man knew that she was going to get in a car and lick someone down, then it might have been pretty bloody obvious that was going to happen to a point. I'm not saying obvious for everybody around, but there was obviously something in the air and something that was said that is making somebody think, right, you might get in that car and lick her down, bro. Like, so I say all that to say, like, there's enough decision making and rational things. Maybe you don't do that. Hey, all right, this is gonna sound wherever to certain man them. Call the police. That's an option.
That is an option.
It's like, if we're talking about on this, fight or flight response did not work. I'm just like, there's so many things that, like, I'm just confused.
Yeah,
like,
I guess
sad
like,
on.
that's crashing out. He decided to just run people over, because I think she ran another brother over.
Bro, she licked the brother down. The brother was unlocking his bike.
He was just trying to unlock his bike.
Allegedly he had to have his leg amputated, or they said they definitely said he had life changing injuries.
Oh boy. And that's because the girl was RIP to her, wherever she went to, she went across the... But could you imagine, I don't know, she ran, or she was running on the pavement, would she then chase her in the whip and run everyone over?
Bro,
like, what are we talking about?
It's so confused, bro. She licked her down and then reversed back
because there was no thought of, like, other people. Because think about it, there's like 20, 30, 50 people around. So
this is
how that comes to your mind is just, to me, like, it's just like so wild.
But that's what you say.
You might be scared, adrenaline and all of that, but it is a very crazy situation. Let's not act like it's just fight or flight, or this is just like, bro, this is a crazy.
And that's what it was. As you said, what did you say? It could have ended. She could have said, not condoning leading up to that, and then said, listen, sad on all sides, especially someone that's lost their life. Like, it could have just been that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but these like weird little break time, it just comes off as just like, I don't want to say engagement because it's the same way that you could argue the same with me. I'm sitting here replying to this, you know what I'm saying? And people would say that's for engagement or whatever the case might be. But I don't know. It just bothers me. And maybe it bothered her in the same way that people aren't considering how the other person might have felt in the situation. But I just hate this whole like bro, like I hate fence sitters, man, and I just feel like sometimes in life you can hold. I said this last time, but sometimes in life you could just hold people accountable for things, and it's okay. You ever had a situation where like sometimes you're arguing with somebody, and you might have a very valid point, and you bring someone else in. It's like, listen, I don't really want to get involved, but I understand where you're coming from. It's like, bro, like this person tried to poison me. Just say it's alright. Just say you were wrong for that.
Oh my god, those are the worst.
That not everyone needs a middleman to be not sparing people's feelings and doing something. It's okay to hold people accountable. It doesn't mean that you need to be the judge, jury, and executioner.
Unless it's certain situation, you know what I'm saying? If it's a man, you know that. If it's a man's relationship, I'm not involved.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying
if it's like my mom and her siblings, I might, depending on what, I'll get involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I just think, no, you're right generally. But I just think for certain situations, because generally, don't be getting involved in anyone's situations. Really, that's my overall advice. That's where I stand right now. I'm not getting involved in people's shit. But what I will say is, again, if there's a situation where you need to in certain things, it might be valid that because there's always two sides to a story, three sides, your side, their side, and the truth. Do you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's still just like I just feel like sometimes people feel like they're a lot like bro, it's just okay to hold somebody accountable and just say, you know what, fam, that was wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that everything that was said here is absolutely totally invalid, but it is just a little bit to me like, yo, just hold people accountable. That situation,
it's just I don't get the point of the post. And also
that
I'm in two minds because I follow I see her how she does on social media, so I don't really get it. But I see a lot of posts of hers that I don't really get. So that's why I'm just like, fuck. Lin May is Lin May and again. Sometimes she got good points. So I'm just like, oh, that's quite smart. Yeah. And a lot of times, in my case, because not everyone thinks like me, I'm just like, boy, what is she talking about?
And that is what I want to specify, because you're right. Like I said, like I'm not saying that this whole take is totally wrong. It's not. Like, you are stating things like. So like it's like I was watching Lord of the Rings and some girl pointed out to me that Legolas, like, you know the guy Legolas, the one with the bow and arrow.
Yeah, yep.
He only ever states things in that film. If you watch most of his dialogue, it's him going, "The wind is coming, something is happening." He doesn't really have too many conversations. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just like sometimes it's just like I don't know. Like, it just seems like you're just stating things as opposed to it being actually necessary to what's going on or whatever the situation. But also, I just do think there's a lot of these like weird hot takes that have come from this situation that are just bugging me. That's just like, why are there so many? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know, there's things that apparently were said on her snap that I'm not going to get into because I don't actually know all of that, and I don't really feel like it's cool to be like, yeah, no, she said this and did that. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one to do that. But I did see certain things, and again, also with X and just general internet, like I said, a lot of things are clip farming these days, so people would take. I see something with Little TJ where somebody posted like an old clip of Little TJ and some streamer like Jay Cinco or whatever, like his baby mum, and it was like an old video, but then they reposted it and was like, oh, TJ recently seen linking up with my man's baby mum. So it's like, bro, you like you are wicked.
People are nuts, you know.
Jay Wick. Does that mean your family? That means your family, Jay Wick. Nah, someone just commented that they're my cousin's brother, which means your family technically. So shout out to you. What's going on? Or even if you're not family, your family. But it's just like, I don't know. That shit just bugged me. But it's a sad situation all around, and it's one of them things that like there's not really much to really add or take away from that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just sad that people
it's just fucked up.
Honestly.
After everything I said, I just hope they could have just scrapped, maybe spoke about it and went their separate ways. Like, literally, like, whoever lost, take the L, go home. Whoever take the dub. At least you get to live another day. The other one don't go jail. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, you don't get in your car.
And bro, there was so many opportunities. I feel like, I don't know if it's the alcohol. I don't know where it is. Like you said, like it happened in in bits. Like it's almost like it got broken. Like people like broke the fight, and then it started again, and then another one jumped in, and also this is I'm obviously like talking about in hindsight, innit? I'm not there, but I feel like there was so many men there, bro.
I was just about to, alright, cool. So I was just about to ask you that. What's your take? Because I did see some more hot takes on people basically being like, like everyone else should have broken it up and this and that and this and that, and everyone was egging it on. So what's your take?
Yeah, I don't want to sound cliche, innit? Like, man, like a man gotta protect and that, because obviously the situation where you shouldn't step in, the situation where when you step in, you might put yourself in danger a bit more. But having said all of that, I do feel like somewhat like in society, like you need to be useful, innit? You can't be like some of them are big and that. Like you can't be a big man and then like things like that are happening under your watch. I know it's not it might not be your fault. You're just passing by, but how? Like, what would you feel? Would you want someone to do that for one of the girls that you know in your life? For example, your auntie or like your mom, or like if that was ever them, God forbid. Would you like someone to step in? And then I think most people would be like, yeah, if they can break the fight and then help them, innit? So that's what I'm thinking about it. So obviously I'm not condemning them because I don't really fully know the situation. I don't know everyone's situation and what, but I did feel like it could have been avoided. Still, I do feel like that, innit?
Yeah, I just like, so to what degree do you feel like people got a hold, like, this isn't me saying, this is me genuinely just asking as well. To what degree do you feel like, because you're right, and I agree with you in the sense of, like, obviously, if that's my, like, so let's say my niece is the closest example of somebody who's like a certain age, like, she's like 20, whatever, but it's just like, if I heard that with my niece, I'd want someone to obviously break that up and do certain things, but also, at what point do I also hold my niece accountable for the fact that she drove down there on time?
No, I'm not, yeah, we still holding people accountable. I guess I'm not taking that away. I'm still holding them accountable for their actions. And that's why I'm not really condemning the people that didn't step in. I'm just seeing that's something I would have rather seen. And I would have seen that. I would have liked seeing that better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Have you heard of the bystander effect?
No.
I don't know if it's just popped up there. Sorry, I'm checking that. Yeah, so bystander effect is a social psychological phenomenon where individuals are less likely to help a victim when others are present. The greater number of bystanders, the less likely any one of them is to intervene or in an emergency situation. This effect suggests that people may freeze, become apathetic, or ignore a plea for help when surrounded by others. I also feel the same about group chats. Funny enough, I feel like you get the same effect in group chats. You ever been in a group chat and sometimes you're trying to have a conversation, but I feel like it's one of them things where it's like everybody feels like it might be directed at somebody else. So like you might make a statement, you might say something, you might even ask that, yo, what's man them on today? And it's like everyone takes like 6 years to reply, and then one person might reply. And it's like, bro, I'm talking to you, lot. I'm directly talking to you, lot. And I feel like that's obviously just something to consider, because I just feel like, as much as I'm not, so this might sound like I'm trying to defend them. I'm not so much. I just feel like it is something that needs to be noted, because that happens a lot. There was a situation where, I'm not going to put her name out there, but you know her, the last person I was around a lot. And she was on a train one time, and she said the same thing, like some guy was basically harassing her, screaming at her, doing all that type of weird stuff in it. And basically she was so upset about the fact that nobody stepped in to help. And obviously I pulled up, like, as she got off the train to make sure she was safe, all that good stuff. But the point was, it was that, like, that's what I was trying to explain to her. I don't think that's probably the best thing to do in a situation where somebody's gone through some distress. But at the same time, I was saying to
understand it. Carry on, sorry.
No. You're right, because it's like nobody, like, especially when you've just dealt with something, nobody necessarily wants to hear that. But also, I was trying to just, like, I was like, look, like, you've kind of got to get used to it, but, like, unfortunately, the world's just whack like that. And I try not to. I've had situations where I've gotten involved in stuff. So I'm not just saying this as somebody who's never actually like stepped in or tried to make a difference. Like I feel like there's a time and place for it. It's not for you to just jump into everything, but I do think it's just one of those things where it's like I feel like maybe the more people are of it, the more aware that they might be doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that bystander thing, it's real, man. Like that's what I was explaining. I was like, look, unfortunately, people are whack, and it's not so much that I'm saying that you should deal with it or like it's just fine or anything of the sort, but unfortunately people are just gonna be whack, and it's just like how you handle the situations. Obviously it makes it difficult, especially as a woman. Do you know what I'm saying? Like as a man, you might just decide you want to fling a punch or something. As a woman being harassed by some dude who might be 3 times bigger than you,
it's that feeling of like not be able to do anything. I think that's the worst thing, for the feeling like powerless. It's like, damn, like my man can literally just grab me right now and run and no one will do nothing.
Yeah, it's exactly, and that's
Type shit.
sad, like unfortunately, and that's where I think it half and half. Like I don't really know how I feel about it, because it's like I ultimately agree that maybe somebody should have definitively stopped it.
Also, can I say, I just want to give credit to the people that did step in, because some people were trying to break the fight. Like I said, the fight got broke and then it started again. So credit to these people. And I don't know, everyone could have foreseen it ending this way. If not, maybe they would have stepped in more if they knew that this was gonna happen. But yeah, man, credit to some of the people that did step in.
That's what I was gonna say as well. Like, and that's why you're right, because like we focus on a lot of the people that haven't stepped in and done what they need to do. But at the end of the day, you have to stop it. We don't have to, but it's good when people will stop and, as you said, like make a point of like, yo, by the way, like shout out to them lot who actually did. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as you said, like with while a lot of people are discussing the amount of people and the amount of men that were there that weren't stopping the situation, there were quite a few people from what I've seen in the video trying to break it up. Like, and again, a lot of these people might not have any real personal connection to some of these people. So it's like, you know, at what point am I putting myself at a certain level of risk when I get involved? Do you know what I'm saying? One of these girls turns and boxes me. One of these, like, do you know what I'm saying? These situations where, because nobody's anticipating that she's gonna jump in the fucking car and decide to just drive like and just do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Now obviously you could also argue that you never know where things are gonna go in life, bro. You can't just let people just be scrapping. Do you know what I'm saying? Put me in a room with a man and make me fight him for an hour straight, bro. I might pick up something and bottle him after a while, bro. Like, bro, stop fighting now. Like, I'm done. Or he might do the same to me. He might pick up the bottle, man, and be like, that's that now. And also, you never know how far the next person's gonna go in another situation, and that's how a lot of people get hurt, because it's like sometimes you might think you're just having a fight and then someone's backed out of shank. Do you know what I'm saying? And before you know, it's like, oh, it's that fucking serious.
Long day.
I didn't realize it was that serious. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a bit like, not 50-50, but obviously it's not really my place to really like be giving my opinion, or really like I wasn't there. It's nothing to do with me, but just in the sense of just like I do think it's important to hail up them men that did try to do that. But also I do think some of the, like, I'm not trying to blame. I just feel like it's just one of those messy situations where you start looking at everything else, as you said, in hindsight, like, well, maybe this should have happened or maybe that should have happened. But that's why I'm so big on just like, not the accountability, but just like her getting in a car, bro. That was her own, like, she did that, man. Like, that was her decision. She did that. She's ran the girl over. And if she'd have hopped out the car, I do think she was surprised. I don't think she intended fully to do it like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even when she got out the car, yeah, she did have a shitty reaction when she's hopped out the car, but she was kind of looking at her. Like, you can kind of see that. Like, I think she's trying to figure out exactly what's happened. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I licked her down, but she's like, you never know. So when I was in school, in primary school, I got really like, this kid who was playing with me, like, he was just being annoying, innit? So long story short, as he was running away from me, I don't know if God was trying to jam me up or something. I don't know what he was trying to do, but like, as the kid was like, he was halfway down the playground, I was annoyed, innit? So I had like a plastic tennis racket. I threw it up in the air on some like thing. Like, when I tell you that thing did this and landed on the brother's head, fam, I was so like confused as to how that licked down his head. But I say that to say, like, when it's licked his head now, I'm just like, yeah, you're annoying, man. I could see it's kind of serious, but I'm also kind of like, whatever, like, you just piss me off. It's like, you don't really gauge the gravity, and then when they're telling me they had to glue his head and certain things like that, that's when it's like, oh shit, like, okay, I made a mistake. Like, lucky for me, I was young as hell. Like, I've had a couple of those situations, unfortunately.
Yeah, also, like, you was a child. You can get a pass when you're a child. Like, Like, yeah,
it's just that I'm just more making a point of just like, I guess, like when you're like, you don't realize.
If he did that right now, I would be like, damn, bro. What? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
to
to
be
be my man's
fair-
head is bleeding, cause like,
Given that, yeah, because I am comparing a literal child. But even then, like, it's like, as a child, I guess that's what it was, isn't it? It's like, but I feel like it's the same sort of thing. Like, sometimes you act in,
nah,
as
it
somebody
does
who's been
happen. There's
impulsive
such thing
sometimes.
as a blackout. Like, it does happen. Some people genuinely black out and they do something, and then after they're like, shit.
Yeah. And
But
I feel like the type of person that she may have been, she probably did just black out, man. Like, it just seemed like, oh no, man, it just had stinky vibes from
yeah,
what I've
especially
seen.
the end. The end was OT, like over the.
That was wild still, and that's what makes me think that the other hot take was more of a hot take. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I get what you're saying, but there's no fight or flight when coming out of the car and still putting your hands for whatever reason. Like, if she's trying to pick her up, I don't know what you was doing. I don't think it looked like she explicitly like went and just punched her or something. But she's gotten out the car and she's still standing over the girl on top of
Like
it.
the fight wasn't done, yeah. Because I think someone pulled her away as she was trying.
Someone had to
go
pull
and do
her
something.
away again.
Yeah,
Had to pull her away, and it's like, brother, what kind of fight or flight is that? Like, what? Like,
Fight.
shoot a man and stand over the body on some fight or flight thing? Like, no, that's not how. Like, I don't mean to use law, because law isn't the moral example of things, but at the same time, it's like there is a level of like, bro, I wouldn't say it's not premeditated. Do you know what I'm saying? But there's like crimes of passion. There's many different ways that you can look at things where it's like, yo, like, yeah, it was impulsive, but yeah, you've still decided to jump in that whip, man, and bug the fuck out, and you've got snaps of you talking reckless. Do you know what I'm saying? About the situation or whatever the case might have been. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, them talking about the fact that it's twin S and all that. I'm just like, I don't care who it's about, man.
I did see that on Twitter, son, but I'll be real. First of all, I forgot his name, so I was like, I know this guy. But I don't know. I know he's a rapper, but I don't fully know him. And then I'm like, wait, why do people keep putting his name in this?
Yeah, he was the one that I was talking about when I was saying that he, what was it? That he was talking about getting bugged last time. When he was talking about his car getting bugged and all that type of thing.
Yeah.
Because he's literally a twin, in it. So I can't remember what the other one is, but I don't know what the other one is called. But they're rappers. They're decent. Still, they're decent. Like, I had a 1-2 tune where I was like, interesting. Like, I know one of them's got a spray painted on hairline or something like that. That's a whole nother story.
I think that's the one I saw.
Yeah, like, and yeah, I don't want no issues to shout out to him in it, but
yeah, I was just relaying information.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying what I see today is what it is, but fucking yeah, nah, it's yeah, outside of that, that's not really important. But as I say, yeah, it's just a sad situation. I seen Bouncer. I think I seen it from Bouncer first, actually, originally, and he was putting it out there that she'd already, and that was another messy thing as well. People are putting it out there that she was already dead, that things had happened and certain things like that, and she only passed away like today or yesterday or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like the amount of people that were already reporting that she'd been hurt in a certain type of way was kind of like,
people are taking too much shit for content, bro. Not everything is content, fam.
Yeah,
I swear.
Yeah. Because again, it's just like you can tell by the way they're talking about it and certain things. But again, I didn't actually watch Bouncer's thing, so yeah, I don't really know. What's your take on Bouncer as well, just randomly?
Bouncer.
Well, let's say Bouncer's content. Let's say less Bouncer, less his content.
What do I think about his content? Shit, I feel like he's filling up a gap in the market. So on that side, I feel like his platform is needed because there isn't much of that. But then in terms of what content is pushing out there, it depends. He's got different types of contents, but some of it I watch it because I'm just nosy about something.
When you say content's needed, like what content is that specifically? Do you feel like
covering what's happening in the culture? When I say culture, I mean like music, entertainment, black culture, black British culture. I feel like that's what he's covering mostly, and I feel like that's the gap he's filling. Yeah.
I see someone put a tweet out there that I thought was quite funny when they were saying, like, they feel like he's become. People are like this. I know a rapper like that as well, who became everything that when I first started speaking to and working with him, he was against it and just became that, and it was just like wow. But it's like you know his whole beef with the Shade Bar bouncer.
Yeah.
Like someone was just like he ended up cussing Shade Bar and then basically taking their audience. So like this dude does the same sort of thing. What's the difference? I don't actually know is what I'm actually asking. That's what I'm trying to say.
I can see why someone would think that. I feel like I don't know if there's do you know what? I'm not too familiar with Shade Bro because I've never followed them, and I think I kind of know what they do. I think that's the difference. I can watch a bouncer video. I can't consume Shade Bro content. So I think that's the difference there. I don't know if it's because it feels like Mandem is relating the information and Shade Bro is more like gossipy a little bit more. I don't know, bro, but I just couldn't consume that content.
Because Bouncer is so gossipy as well, but
he is, but I feel like it's maybe the way it's delivered. Also, I want to say about his content. Sometimes I feel like it's not well researched as well. I know he's just started this format and stuff like that, but sometimes I'm like this information you should have. For example, you might do a whole interview about a clip just so you get content so the person can get their side of the video. For example, that girl that got arrested, that Jamaican girl that got arrested because she was a mule. She had stuff in the luggages.
In the shoes, yeah. I think I remember that.
He did a whole interview with her to find out like what was happening. Like very informative. But there's other videos I'm just like, bro, like he's just rambling about speculations. And I'm just like, yo.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's an element of that because I feel like that's kind of what I be doing here a little bit as well, just kind of speculating and just talking about things. Because I don't be doing I just think there's a level of like due diligence that you just got to do, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just think when you're reporting things, you got to be careful with that kind of thing, man. Because especially if you're, pardon me, taking the stance of just like actually reporting stuff and being like, hey, so this is what's happening. It's like, bro, you got to be careful by the time I know she ended up passing away anyway. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. But it's just like for you to be putting out there like she passed away, like she actually died, and it's just like she hadn't died yet, and certain things like that. It's just like, man, because then when I'm looking at everything, you're seeing a lot of the comments and a lot of the stuff, and it's like, well, someone saying she's dead, is she not dead? Is she this? Like, what's going on in the situation? And I feel like it kind of just like not takes away from the point because not everybody needs to be on the point, if that makes sense. Like, not everyone's doing a fucking podcast debate about it, but at the same time, it's still just like, just be careful with what you put out there and certain things, man, because I just think it can get a bit wild, like, in regards to that kind of thing. But I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about Bouncer. I think it's a spot. Like, I feel like, because I feel like him and Tanks kind of do the same sort of thing. You've seen that Tanks guy?
Oh, yeah, Tanks. Okay, yeah. I used to watch him, but I don't know. I don't really consume his content as much. Wait, you cutting out?
Yeah, I'm not really like a massive. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yep. Yeah. No, I don't feel like it's a massive. I don't feel like it's a massive difference, and I don't feel like he's. I don't love his personality. I guess you don't really watch these people for their personality so much, but I do think Tanks does it in a slightly better way. Like, maybe he reports more on the musical side of things in a particular type of way, but I don't know. I just think there's ways about going about it, and I do feel like Bouncer lives for that kind of engagement stuff, not pertaining this particular situation, because again, I don't know with the ins and outs. I just have my little thought, and maybe just do a little bit more due diligence on a particular case, which I did see he did actually kind of come out and apologize about, and basically be like, well, bloody blah. I can't remember what he said exactly.
Is it to learn from that way?
Somewhere. See, look, one of them is like Bouncer saying she's died, Sky, and you're saying she's injured. Yeah, it's going on. Like, it's just a bit wild, you know what I'm saying? But he did end up apologizing for it. So again, there we go. Just want to clear a few things up. When I'm receiving the news, it's very early. Sometimes it can be 90% and not 100%. This is why I say allegedly. So apologies for any misinformation. It's confirmed that the lady in question is, messed up. Anyone that knows what this means, let's send some prayers that she pulls through.
My God. I appreciate the apology, but I didn't need extra information. It confirmed the lady in question is brain dead. Imagine you're the family reading this. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to see that.
And that's another thing as well, just all these
Fucking
clips
hell.
and stuff. I don't know how I feel and how much I love about like how much of these clips. Like obviously it's inevitable. Do you know what I'm saying? Everybody's a journalist in
In
their
the
own way.
social media era, yeah.
Right, so I'm not even trying to get on my high horse about it because I do understand that people are going to record things and even the nature of that. Like I said, my man was recording a fight and then that happened, but there's just like, I don't know, I feel like everyone's just become, I don't want to say desensitized to death, but just like the way that we post things online and put that about, it's like...
Nah, that is the word though. It's desensitized to death, bro.
Yeah, I feel like there's people that have experienced more death than I personally have in a certain type of way. So I don't think it'd be fair for me to say that like that, but at the same time, I do think that like, there's just well, maybe it is that. Maybe, yeah, I think
You
maybe it
wouldn't
is.
see a random person get flipping M'd on a Sunday evening. Back in you're not seeing that unless you're turning on the news and it might be blurred. You know what you're watching. You know, people were not waking up seeing murders just like that unprovoked. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah. The amount of clips
Or
that
like
I've seen
homicides or whatever,
online, that's why I kind of hate being on X and certain things these days. Like, one thing I kind of don't mind about X, strangely, is the fact that it does kind of like tailor your algorithm to what you look at. So when I was watching some dog videos one time of just like funny compilations of dogs, like there was bare of them that were popping up on my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can kind of tailor it to make sure you don't see those things, but there's just so much random rife, like people just messed up all over the internet, man. Or just such situations where people have passed away, people have been hurt, people have been whatever. And you can just go online and just find the footage. And to be fair, it's been like that. Like I said, you had your old school websites and, you know, all sorts of borderline dark web kind of things. But I don't know, it just bothers me. Because as I said, like watching that video back now, it's just extra horrible to me. Because it's just like, yo, like, I'm watching it hoping that she was just all right and all right, cool, this is just a situation that's happened. But now knowing that somebody that's actually passed away and these were her last moments, do you know what I'm saying? Like, even down to like you hear the scream and certain things like that. Like, it's not really nice, and it's just kind of like.
And even the Gets one, someone died too, and then people were referencing this like it's like a cultural moment, like comparing it to other incidents, and it's like, bro, this is not content. This is like.
This is what I mean about the hot
bro.
takes. Why the F are man comparing it to Gets and doing the whole like, yeah, but Gets got this amount of time, so let's see how much she gets or whatever. Like, what are you lot doing, man? I don't even care too much.
And there was a video about that as well. You watched the video, you were like, okay, this is mad. Now you see man talking about, Gets this, or free Gets, or I'm just like, yo, what are we doing?
These are the same man as well that are on this anti-justice thing when it comes to the police. Like, you know, I talked about this UK fascination with being some gangster or something close to that. So it's like you get all these men that are borderline anti-police that will be on there in the next week going, yeah, man, and I bet she don't get the same time. Let's see what the judicial system does now. And it's just like, bro, like, stop using the police as a gauge for everything. Say how you feel about it if you want to say how you feel about it. Like, do what you want to do. But, like, just this whole, like, as I said, this discourse around the Get situation that has come from absolutely nowhere. As you said, these are people that have died, man. Like, real people that have died that people are talking about, as you said, like a culture moment. Like a moment of like, all right, cool. Like, okay, so let's look at this and look at that. Like you said, like, okay, this is another situation. Like, and to be fair, it's not totally wrong to say it's not. Like it's because it's around certain things that have happened. You know what I'm saying? When Takeoff died, or when that Ben 10's been shot recently, or whatever. Like, these are all moments that, even if they're the dark sides of the culture, they are parts of the culture. So I can't totally denounce that in a certain type of way. But I just think, like, again, just be careful how you report and talk about things.
I guess when people are famous, it's a bit different, innit? Especially if they're the victim.
Baby, I run to it like you owe me, bring it back. No, it ain't my birthday, but come and make it clap. Oh, let's do it, I'm on tap. And she gon' throw this whack. Shake it, work it, twerk it, come and do it for a man. You just got your head in, I ain't tryna take the piss. But you gon' need some stick, goddess like Alexa Bliss. Baby, I'ma need that kiss. And she gon' take this, and she gon' take this pic. Baby, I'm all on your hips. Like Bennett.